So here we are to talk about Google Drive for Work. We are excited to talk about Google Drive for Work because it was for a long time, it was a vision that Google wanted to present for our customers. A vision that not only simplifies the life of the business users, but also the life of IT. Before we actually start, let me give you some more details on why did Google advance and decided to create Drive for Work. So we understand both from our customers and from the people that we talk every day that work happens everywhere. It happens when you're traveling, it happens when you're working at remote site, happens when you work from home. No longer someone just sits at the desk and just goes about their day and without working from any remote location. Actually, over 50% of people work in more than one location per month. Either it is because they work on a train on their commute to work, either it's because they work from home or they work at their desks. It's not just where you work, but it's also the devices that you use. So the average knowledge worker uses more than one device. And at Google, we need to think at a world that is mobile first. It's not only about being useful when you're with your PC, with your Mac, with your Chromebook, but you need to be productive if you're using your mobile device. Either it's a tablet or it's a mobile phone. And in fact, the fact that the average knowledge worker uses 3 devices made us think that we need to make this solution work in whatever device that you prefer. And then there is another problem, is that data within the enterprise is growing extremely fast. 61% growth in enterprise data per year causes a lot of issues to the current business user. And what are these issues? Is people need to access files. We noticed that it needs to be anytime, as we mentioned, anywhere, but it's a challenge because where are these files today? They are either still in the USB drives, they are using the cloud, you use email, intranet, or even a file server. You access data from all these devices, and you need to share these documents with different people. Not only you share with your reportee or with your boss, but now you have different stakeholders. You have customers, you have partners, you have suppliers, you have a whole team that needs to collaborate with you. So what is Google Apps trying to solve here? What is Drive for Work trying to solve here? We try to solve the business users' case, but also the IT leaders' case. So the business users today, they come to us and say that they can't find or access the files that they need to work. They have an email overload. There is no single source of truth within a document, and these documents are hard to share. So the standard use case that we face is people that receive an email that needs that has an attachment, they look at the attachment, they edit, and then they send this to a bunch of people so that they can edit that attachment, get that information back, build a unique version, then send it over. This is hard to share, hard to collaborate. For IT leaders, data comes from a lot of places. It's no longer that it comes from one PC or from one USB key, as we've seen. So there is a lot of issues on data security. People need to remain compliant. There is capacity with the growth of information, and obviously a backup, a recovery infrastructure in case something fails. So where does Drive for Work come from? So we envisioned a world that is safe, that you get all your work and it's available everywhere and it's easy to share. So from now on, you never need to worry about capacity, performance, or even safety with the information, because your data is safely stored within Google. So now you can share easily with everyone. You access from anywhere, and you work with apps that you already use. So looking a little bit more in detail of the use cases that we want to cover. So for the business user is mobile first. It's something that needs to be built for Teams, works with all file types. So this is something that is really particular to Google. We don't come to you and say, well, you need to work out of a PC or out of a Mac or out of a Chromebook. You need to use a certain browser. We want to make sure that it works with all file types, regardless if they are Google native or not. And obviously, for this to be true, it needs to be a true collaboration platform. We need to understand that people use different technologies, so we need to make this information available to regardless of the technology that you use. So think about mobile being your device of choice. So you need to make sure that when you're using your mobile device, you can be as productive as you are when you use a laptop. So the ability to find and organize, it's there. It's pure and proven Google technology. Not only you store the files within Drive for Work, but you can now just scan a document straight from Google Drive, and there is an OCR automatically with it. So you can store, but you can also edit. You have an inbox for your content if you want that, but you have also a built-in mobile security. In case you lose your device, your IT needs to erase it, they can do that now with Drive for Work. Then there is the collaboration when you use Google native format. When someone is editing a document, you have one single version of the truth. People can be editing using whatever device they want. Is it a mobile? Is it a tablet? Is it a PC, a Mac, or a Chromebook? But from now on, you have a one version of the truth that you can convert back and forth to other formats. Think about this, what this allows you. This allows you collaboration in real time. You have the visibility into the team activity. You imagine that you have a folder that's with a lot of documents. You can see which person was acting and was editing each single of those files within that file share. You can screen share, you can video chat. This is almost a demo inside of the demo, because we are doing this Hangout on air, but we are using the power of Hangouts and the power of Drive for Work to make it happen. So one of the things that people asked us in the past is, how does it work if I don't use Google technologies? How does it work if I use Office? So from now, you have editors both on mobile, PCs, and Mac without the need to have Microsoft Office. So editing just works. You get, as an example, a Word document that you need to edit. You save it and you send it as a Word document if that's what you need to do. And you can do the same using mobiles or laptops. But when we think about being productive, about all this, we can't just think about file share. We need to think that documents need to be searched, need to be published. You need to communicate about these documents. You need to connect with people in order to get information. So with Drive for Work, we give you a platform to be productive in all aspects of collaboration. So you can publish easily with sites, but you can connect and network on Google+. This can either be done safely within your organization, or also if you want to collaborate with external parties. Think about meeting people on a one-to-many, on a many-to-many, and chat using Hangouts. So it's not just about giving you incredible file sharing, but it's also allowing you to have a platform that you can effectively collaborate within your organization. So this is all very nice in terms of business users, but IT leaders think, how complex is this? How can I provide this to my organization without the overhead on the IT? So what would be ideal is something that is limitless, secure, easy to manage, and extensible. So to address this, we made Google Drive for Work with no quotas. So there is no more quotas, no need to manage who has access to what, how much can you store within Drive for Work. No more quotas, no questions asked. But unless it's not just about thinking about unlimited storage. You need to think that people need to upload larger files. There is specific use cases that we've identified with many customers already that work from media, that work in construction, that work in retail, that really need to upload large file types. We allow you to upload up to a 5 terabyte file within Drive. We have a global optimized network. We support many languages. The availability is very close to 100%. It's 99.98. That's around, I believe, 4 minutes a month of downtime. And Google does not have in its capacity to have planned downtime. So when there is a downtime, it means that actually there's something wrong and we are investigating. But we do not have planned downtime within contracts. We just remove that. Obviously, your data is stored in more than one data center. In case there is an issue with one data center, your data is always safe in another. So don't be constrained about by infrastructure. And it's important that you also understand how Google keeps your data safe and in compliance. We've been discussing, audit reports, APIs, sync, sharing controls, encryption at rest and in transit, built-in mobile security. One thing that I highlight it is the certifications that Google Apps and Drive for Work have. It's the ISO 27001 by Ernst & Young, and from an EMEA perspective, the SSAE 16 is very important because it's just an auditing, a continuous audit of how we do it, things at Google. It's not just an audit on the applications, but it's in the operations, data centers, etc. So easy to manage. It's a centralized admin console. You have account transfer tools. You have admins can delete and undelete information. You have an advanced reporting to understand what people are sharing inside and outside of the domain. And then there is a simple pricing that you can benefit from. So other things that we talk about is the number of users that we have already in Google Drive. So it's over 190 million Drive users. This allowed us, before we launched Drive for Work, to test, to verify the use cases that are needed for the enterprise. What are the controls that we've just discussed that are needed for the enterprise? That's why Drive for Work is finally here, and with such a comprehensive admin and auditing capabilities. So I would also like to touch a little bit on customers that use Drive for Work already. So Fairchild delivers semiconductor solutions that make appliance. They are spread across the globe, and until now they have issues on collaboration, how people share information back and forth. So the team members edit their presentations in their own time zone. In this case, I believe they were using PowerPoint. They save those. They synchronize using the Google Drive sync, and those changes are synced globally and are instantly available with the history of what has been edited, and now they are available for everyone within the organization. So there's no more hunting for the right version, redoing work. So it's easy for users, and their proposal, the documents that need to be edited, they are always current and always available on their PCs. Another example is Commune. So Commune is just an international hotel management company. They have over 50 boutique hotels and resorts. So the reps there, and the use case that was quickly identified, is that they were wasting time trying to track down the best information and the best people to do certain jobs. So all they did is use Google Drive and integrated with sites that's maintained by only one person, and this has a Google Drive inserted within sites where people can see what's happening. The site has a link to the property info, the collateral, and more. So now people can go to a single source of truth, to a single site within their network, and find who's the right person and the collateral that they need in order to get people to use their boutique hotels. So sales now has the best resources at their fingertips, and it's used regularly by over 100 people, and this is something that it was so quickly to set up, and it's easily maintained by less than one full-time employee. One of the use cases that I really like to talk about is about this global technology company. So this case is something that we see in all sorts of industry. So support technicians usually are in the field, but they don't get access to the information that they have in the main office. So they basically lose their knowledge or access to knowledge when they were in the field visiting customers or trying to solve problems. So what was done is the support team created and shared folders by product for this technology company, so that users in the field can have access to the latest docs. So they have documents in PDF, they have videos on how to set it up, and this allows them to provide faster and better services to their customers. So this also uses not only the names of the files, but also the OCR that we have behind it, Google Drive and Drive for Work. So this is what we had to show you today around Drive for Work. I hope this was useful. Let me see if we have any questions that we want to address. And if not, I just wish everyone a good day. Thank you.